My name is Bond.
James Bond.
It's a Monday, it's the 11th of October 2021, and behind me, my cat has decided to join me. Yes, you have, little cutie wootie. And don't worry, I know he hasn't appeared for a couple of days in the show, but for the cat lovers, do stay pretty close to the end where there's a little bit of a special, because Tokyo has a new hiding place. I must apologize for the sound. I am actually getting curtains in 2 weeks' time. They are imported from Thailand, so I'm doing my best to get rid of the echo, but I'm trying to speak slowly and not so loud, so you're not going to go, hello! And I will try to do different locations, not just in the house, but also in the community that I now live in. A very warm welcome indeed. And the intro actually took me a long time to make. And I know James Bond is not a evil villain, but that's just how it came across. Now, let's hop into things about the Three Gorges Dam, what's happening in China, and some other bits and pieces as well. Are you ready? Let's hop into it with no kangaroos. Right, first up, I got this information. Now, because this is one of my sources, I'm not going to, you don't have the full information there because this is on anyhow, this is the chatter. Three Gorges Dam has increased output in order by CCP to accomplish this. They are trying to get the water levels high as they can manage, which increases turbine output. Info pieced together by several sources to create a picture. It does ring true with the rolling blackouts China is experiencing at the moment. And that sort of, for me, makes sense. Every kind of, in China at the moment, we do have the rolling blackouts, like 2 hours here, 2 hours there. And we mentioned before, this is in 9 of the 30-something provinces, and we don't know about the autonomous regions as well, included in the top. So all the power that they can generate from hydro dams built from the 1950s right up to the present day, they are not going to open the sluice gates, and they're going to use it to create more electricity. So I can imagine all the turbines in the Three Gorges Dam working at maximum to produce electricity. It's a logical way of thinking. Until China and Australia can get back to the trade table and winter coming, it could be like 1979, the winter of discontent. Let's have a look at the weather for you, and the hand is by the Three Gorges Dam. And what's happening? Well, we do have the typhoon, which we did mention yesterday, Lion Kick or Lion Head. Not too sure which one it is, but it seems to have missed out, you could say, Hong Kong, and hitting Taiwan with the red zone there, and slowly progressing up the east coast to hit Shanghai on Tuesday, tomorrow, or getting very close to it. So places like Ningbo, Hangzhou may be having a little bit of wet weather at the moment. So what are the levels at the moment? Well, the Three Gorges Dam, it has actually gone down, and I will show you the chart later, but these are the graphs for you. Standing at 171.5. If we go to Chongqing, it's gone down to 173.6 maybe. Downstream, the Wuhan is gone down to 22.85 or something like that. And you can see here are all the levels of Kutang and all the bits and pieces related to the levels of the Three Gorges, etc. Now, please do remember this does come from the Three Gorges Corporation, which is owned by the CPC or the CCP. Transparency in China, well, is not the best in the world. Now, a couple of days ago, I was actually just showing you some of these satellite images, and it feels like the Three Gorges Dam is like Area 51 in the United States. We know it's there, but not too sure what happened there. But this is a website called Senator Hub Playground, and you can see a satellite image which I haven't seen before of the Three Gorges, but it is covered with a bit of cloud. Now, what's happening in the rest of China is related to the floods in the north central part. This is in Shaanxi and Shaanxi province. The only difference between these two counties or provinces is one has a single A and the other one has a double A, but they're right next door to each other. I'm sure the pronunciation is totally wrong. You can see here on the map, one Shaanxi, double A, the other one Shaanxi, possibly with a single A. What's happening here? Shaanxi, Henan, Shandong get flood assistance. Not just Shaanxi, but many other parts of the country received heavy rain, according to Xinhua, the Ministry Water Resources dispatched 7 working groups to the provinces. And you can see the provinces there with flood prevention and control measures. The ministry declared on Wednesday last week that the Yellow River, which we talked about, China's second longest river, has experienced the 3rd flood of its season and prolonged rainfall. Another article, or it continues to say, authorities in Shaanxi province in North China reported on Sunday that more than 120,000 people have been temporarily evacuated due to flooding and caused by the heavy downpours, according to the Provincial Department of Emergency Management. The floods have affected 1.76 million people in 76 counties, cities and districts, according to Xinhua News. The department also said that 190,000 hectares of crops were devastated, more than 17,000 homes were destroyed. 4,000 tents, 3,200 folding beds, cotton clothing and quilts have been assigned for disaster aid by various emergency management departments at various levels. Shaanxi authorities have set aside 50 million RMB, which is like 1 million American dollars, something very little like that, to I can't work it out anyhow, to help with flood control and relief efforts after severe rains wreaked havoc on the coal-rich province, according to reports of CGTN. $1 equals 6 yuan. So maybe it's like 10 million, just under about, you could say like, $8 million is not a lot. The volume of water flowing per second through the hydroelectrical station in the northwest of China, I'm not even going to try for the name, Tongguan, China's Shaanxi province, surged to 5,090 cubic meters on Tuesday evening after recent severe rains, according to the authorities, reported Xinhua. Landslides and flooding warnings were issued by the Ministry of Natural Resources and China's Meteorological Administration throughout the north and west, including the provinces of Shaanxi, Sichuan, Shaanxi, and Gansu. Whew, that's a lot of reading, isn't it? So the things noted from that. First of all, the amount of money. In USD, it's something like 8.5 million. Only? Prevention while it is happening. Why not prevention before? We know maybe it's just the cheaper alternative. Why don't these 6 richest families in China who have billions of dollars, billions, donate some of their own cash? You can't take money to heaven. Not that they're really going to go to heaven because, well, atheist. But they are atheists. They don't believe in God. I feel sorry for them, actually. So I'm digressing a little bit. So the money is pittance for emergency relief. And why isn't anything done beforehand? I can simply imagine that it's going to cost more. So prevention is better than a cure. They're just doing the cure, which is cheaper, possibly. And the people are just like you and me. And as I said many times before, our prayers go out to the people who have been evacuated, the people who are living in tents, the people who have to take a handout for food. A message from Lisa. Are supplies getting scarce yet in your area? Not really. I went to the supermarket yesterday and I didn't actually buy any food. But last week, for example, last Tuesday, no problem. I bought 5 cartons or 6 cartons of milk, sausages, eggs, everything there. Most of it is, lots is homegrown, produced. A lot of stuff does come from Thailand, not much import by air. Some English stuff all seems to be there. So no, there hasn't been any real shortages. When it first started, COVID last year, there were some because the country actually closed down and exports, again, things like milk and cheese from Thailand or from Japan just didn't come. But it's all fine. Thank you. If you want to know the figures, today's official COVID cases is 239 in the whole country, bringing the COVID case total to 114,810 cases. Mind you, please note this is a small country with a population of 16 million people. Don't know what happened with the recording, but hold on. For the Tokyo lovers, here it is. One more message to go, and it is this one. I'm hoping for a James Bond introduction. Well, you got the introduction and you're getting the outro as well. Like, subscribe and share would be absolutely epic. Thank you. Here it is.